Okay, what would you say if I said to you, I'm going to show you or even maybe teach you something in the next 12 minutes that would change your life forever? Interesting. It's called values-based decision-making. How do we make decisions normally? Well, we have a set of beliefs and we have something that we want, and we use our beliefs to decide how to get what we want. And if you follow that path, you could definitely finish up in prison. Unless something else comes into the equation, which are your values. Can anybody tell me what a value is? Shout out. Yes, hand over there. Or were you just scratching your face? Can anybody tell me what a value is? Do any of you have any values? Now, why don't you get a hold of that? Why don't you ask the gentleman with the green shirt what one of his values is?
What's your value,
Spirituality.
Spirituality. Brilliant. Okay. So, I'm going to give you a scenario, and you're going to work in a group of 3, and you're going to use a value to make a decision. Okay, you're going to experiment with that. So, any of you girls ever had a boyfriend? Any boys had a girlfriend? Okay, so you know what that's like. It's kind of important, you know. So here's the scenario. Your best pal, if it's a girl, let's say it's a girl, has a boyfriend, and you happen to be in the city one day and you see your girlfriend's boyfriend with somebody else. Okay, so now I want you to bring the concept of compassion to bear on what am I going to do. You've got a dilemma. I'll give you 3 choices, but maybe there are other choices. A, you can tell your friend you saw the boyfriend, girlfriend in town kissing somebody else. A. B, you can go up to that person, your friend's boyfriend or girlfriend, and say, I saw you in town with this girl or this boy kissing. Don't you think you ought to tell your real boyfriend, girlfriend about it? And C, do nothing. Okay? So this is the exercise. Break into 3 or 4 and figure out which of these, if you were bringing the value of compassion to bear on this situation, what would you do? Okay? And you've got like 4 minutes, like a minute each to talk about it. Okay? Into groups of 3 or 4 or 5. Okay, everybody. Okay, so the first question is, if you were in a group where everybody agreed on the answer, put up your hand. Yeah, okay. So let's go to that group there, those ladies there, and let's find out what their answer was. Yes, this group right here. What was your answer?
The boyfriend, we'd also go up to them and ask them, like, what are you doing?
So you do both?
Yeah.
Okay, a double whammy. But you wouldn't do nothing?
Yeah, we wouldn't do anything. Like,
No.
we wouldn't not do anything.
Okay, so was there another group that everybody agreed? Yes, there's a group of gentlemen over there. We've got ladies there too. There's a smiling man in the middle there. No, yes, you. Yes, yeah, the other one. Yeah. Got my eye on you. Okay, what did you decide?
Yeah, we said we'd pick A, the first one. We tell our friend, and yeah, sort of what they said. If we knew the person who was cheating, we'd say, "What are you doing? Go tell him, or we will." So we wouldn't do nothing.
Wouldn't do nothing. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So was there any group where you couldn't come to an agreement? Put your hand up. I think this group, okay, right here on the front row, let's find out what happened there and find out what the dilemma was, why they couldn't come to an agreement. Okay? Hang on a second. Here we go.
First, we didn't come to an agreement because we didn't have the same answer. So
that's very logical. Yep, I'll go with that. Yeah, you didn't have the same answer, so you couldn't come to agreement. Okay. So, what was the issue?
Well, most people went with A, telling the friends.
Yeah.
I personally couldn't decide whether to do B or C or maybe A, because I didn't. No, because I didn't know the situation of the cheater. If I knew the cheater very well, if I was convinced that it was a one-time cheat, and I would try to go to the solution which does my friend the least harm. Because maybe it would do him the least harm if I told the girlfriend to confess.
Listen, this is a lot of wisdom here. Go on, keep going.
Maybe it would tell him the least harm if I didn't tell anything. If by the situation, I could be sure it was a one-time thing. So
yeah, very interesting. You see, thank you. Anybody else like to speak in this group? No? Okay. So, see, that was a different perspective. He said, maybe I don't understand this situation correctly, and you know, it might have been, for example, it might have been the person's cousin. Right? Yeah, it might have been the person's cousin, and it was quite normal for them to meet and embrace each other. So, all I'm trying to do here is not get an answer to this question. My point is bringing your values to help you to make a decision. Now, let's just take the same situation, and instead of thinking about compassion, how would you have dealt with that situation, the three scenarios again, if you had in your mind the value of honesty? Would it have changed? Have a quick discussion. I'll give you 1 minute to... The value, if you'd approached this from the point of view of honesty, how would that have changed? Okay. All right, let's go back to the same groups and find out if anything changed. So the group over here, did that change anything for you, thinking about it from honesty point of view?
We said it wouldn't change anything because we kind of based our decision on honesty in the first place.
For the group, most people said probably A, but for myself, I'm not...
No, listen to for myself, yeah.
I have not become any more clever than before. Because I don't know what honesty is in that case. But is honesty the thing I say what happened, like a journalist would comment on what happened, or if being honest with my feelings, which is doing the least harm to my friends. So for me, it doesn't change anything.
Okay. Interesting. Thank you. So that's the key point. He raised the key point right at the end. And the key point is when you use values to make your decisions, you are relying on how you feel. Okay? You're making the decision about a feeling. So honesty, if you're dishonest, it will leave a feeling inside of you which you will not like, because you will be out of alignment with your true self. So making values-based decisions is the pathway to integrity. It's the pathway to authenticity. And when you have integrity and authenticity in your life, it will work for you. So I encourage all of you, whenever you're faced with a decision, think about what is the value I want to bring to this decision. Thank you.